Greetings and blessings, butterflies. Welcome back. I'm Themis the Amor, and I'm here with your Fragments Before Flight reading for whenever this reading finds you. It was meant for you. These Fragments Before Flight readings, this is where we explore the emotional triggers, the patterns, and the behaviors that can cause blockages and limitations while we're moving along our desired path. Here, my intention is to provide you with practical steps that you can take that will assist you in finding balance in your emotions. And I want to offer heartfelt support of you reclaiming the power over your life. I have already shuffled the cards. We're using cards from the Shadow Work deck. I will pull 2 cards from the deck and lay them out and give you all the messages that Spirit is leading me to give you all based on the 2 Shadow Work cards that we pulled. Here we go. The first card we pulled is inconsiderate. Act with compassion and kindness. Be thoughtful and polite. It just feels better on the inside. The next card we have is knowing your own darkness is the best method for dealing with the darkness of other people. Carl Jung. Okay, my collective. First, we're gonna start off with the Shadow Work card of inconsiderate. Now, being inconsiderate means that you are not taking in consideration the feelings of others, and perhaps in other times, maybe you're not acting with compassion and kindness for yourself. Maybe you're not being thoughtful and polite when you have those thought processes about yourself, or maybe you're not thoughtful and kind in the way you act towards the things that you want. So this Fragments Before Flight is us acknowledging our own shadows. So this energy is not about anybody outside of us. This is about our own energies, and energies that we may be showing up in, triggers and behaviors that we ourselves may be operating out of. So I don't want us to really focus on this energy being energy that's coming from someone else treating us inconsiderate, because whatever energies that we are encountering in our connections, those energies are direct reflections of ourselves. And if that's energy that we don't like, or that's energy that does not align with us, it's reflecting back to us that energy, so that we can do the work and do the things that we need to do to separate ourselves from these type of energies, to release them because they no longer serve us. We may have been operating that energy for a while and may have never noticed it, but now it's showing up for us. And a part of that is showing you something about yourself, whether that is the part of you that allows that, or the part of you that operates like that. So I want us to have this information, because when we know our wounds, when we know our triggers, our blind spots, we can stop projecting them onto others. And instead, we can start to grow compassion. Compassion for ourselves, first and foremost. Then the same compassion that we have for ourselves, we can offer up to others. Now, this message isn't, my intentions with these messages isn't for us to feel any shame for any of these behaviors that we may have been exhibiting, any triggers or any of that. the intention is for us to own them so we can move past them, so we can have what we really, really want in life. So there's no shame in you having things that you need to heal and work past, because that is a part of you being here. That is a part of the experience. That is a part of the developmental process. So there is no shame here. Whatever your darkness is, my collective, there's no shame here. But we can use whatever darkness that shows up for us. And this is so ironic because I just posted this the other day in this room. I want to refer to it on my community board. We can use this darkness. We can use whatever show up for us as our teacher. It can teach us where we need to focus and direct our energy on what to release. Because by us facing our own shadow, we naturally begin to extend grace when others stumble in theirs. Because we know we ain't perfect. So we don't have to hold others to perfection. That projection is you holding someone else to a version of perfection that you expect to have for yourself. When we do this work, what once triggered anger can become an opportunity for empathy. What once felt inconsiderate to us, it can now become a mirror in how we may have acted inconsiderately, or why we accept inconsiderate behaviors. Now, I want to be transparent enough to admit the reason why I giggled when I pulled the knowing your own darkness is the best method for dealing with the darkness of other people is because a couple of years ago, it was like that car was hunting me. It was like it was hunting me. And that's what it was. It was breaking me open. It was shedding away all of those barriers I had up for not recognizing my own darkness and how I was projecting my own darkness onto other people. And until I got to a place of understanding it, I stayed in darkness. I couldn't find any balance. I couldn't find any light. I hope me sharing it with you all helps someone to understand and kind of gauge what this message is meaning, because it took me a while to get it. It took me at least a year and a half to understand what it was trying to say to me. And it followed me for about 2 years, but it took me about a year and a half to get it. It was still there to remind me that you still got to work on that. And hey, maybe it's showing up again to remind me again to continue that work. But this energy is about us softening through having a sense of self-awareness for ourselves. Because our shadow does not make us less. It really and truly is something that is ironic, but also true. It really and truly makes us capable of loving authentically. Because now we can love people through their shadows the same way we expect to be loved through ours. I want to leave us all with an affirmation, something that, we can use to ground ourselves, a good, strong grounding statement that we can use to affirm these, that we're releasing these triggers, that we're releasing these behavior patterns, that we're letting go of ego. And this affirmation is going to be, I honor my shadow as a guide to deeper compassion and love. I hope these messages have been healing for someone today. And if you have appreciated them, please like, share, comment, and subscribe, because I would greatly appreciate that. It's an honor to bring these messages to you all and be of service to you all, because my healing is your healing and your healing is mine. So let's transform together. Welcome to your metamorphosis, butterflies. And until next time, you all have a blessed, safe, and balanced rest of your day.